how did YFN Melly beat that case, bro?
You said why?
How?
How?
Right.
You know what's crazy is I didn't even look at the whole case, right? I just looked at the little snippets.
Bro, like, I was under the impression, man, ain't no way he beat this.
Because
But he
let me tell you something, man.
But, like, okay, it was a mistrial, though. Do that mistrial, like...
Oh, no, mistrial don't mean he beat it.
That's why I was getting at. That's why I was getting at. But it's declared a mistrial, but it's sort of like he beat it. He ain't convicted.
No, because, see, what a mistrial means is you didn't present enough. The prosecution didn't... See, when you go to court, a lot of people don't realize this shit. That's why Melly was smart as a motherfucker, because he took his shit to trial. Everybody said he guilty. Okay, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, nigga, but you got to prove it though. You see what I'm saying? You got to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt that I'm a guilty ass nigga though. Right. So one thing that we don't do at court, we don't take that shit to court. We just plead the fuck out. A lot of times, them folks don't never have no evidence.
Right.
They don't have the evidence to convict you.
Without a reasonable doubt.
And then when you try to convince 12 people, you have to convince 12 people. You see what I'm saying? That he's guilty. You have to convince them. That's what the whole trial is about. You trying to convince 12 people that he's guilty. If you can't convince them 12 people that he's guilty, you're going to get a mistrial. You're going to get one every time. Now, a mistrial only means that
the jury couldn't come up with a decision.
No, yeah, and that means they can take you back to court. You didn't get now. If you get acquitted, they can never take you back to court on that. They can never take you back to court if you get acquitted, because that's double jeopardy.
Right.
You already presented your case, and the jury said you was full of shit. So if you turn around and you goddamn charge me again and try to convict me again, then you fucked up. That's double jeopardy. You just violate the Constitution. Now, a mistrial just means he get to go home today. Now, if they ain't got enough evidence, then they just let him go on and go to the crib till they figure this shit out. But if they got enough evidence, then they gonna bring him back to trial. Nigga, Jeremy Little had 5 mistrials, nigga, in Chattanooga. He had 5 of them bitches. They couldn't convict them on 5 mistrials. In the 6th trial, that's when they convicted. They kept on charging him though. He couldn't get out because they kept recharging him and kept on taking his ass back to court till they convicted his ass. You know what I'm saying? Right. Melly, they might not want to play with him. They might want to leave him alone because they thought they could come at him like a broke nigga, and that just didn't work out the way that they figured it was gonna work out. They thought they could say, hey, well, you know, they could say a couple things, but normally people don't understand scientific shit. When you get to tell a motherfucker, oh, well, we know for a fact that he shot into the car because of how the angle of the bullet hit, it was stationary. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Don't nobody understand that shit. Like, how do I know that what you telling is true, especially in this day and age when all y'all been doing is lying like a motherfucker?
Right.
Y'all been lying on these cases for years. These experts been coming in lying, and then y'all turn around and pull a nigga out of death row because the expert lied.
The expert, yep.
You see what I'm saying? So in this day and age where people know that, it's hard to convict the motherfucker, man. It's hard to convince 12 people that somebody did some shit. Especially in this day and age when they know that police trump up charges, they make up evidence, they put bullshit on affidavits. Everybody know the police bullshit. It's just hard to convince 12 people, bro, that a motherfucker did something if you don't have solid proof.
All right, so check this out. I ain't getting off topic, but I'm gonna just say something to what you're saying. All right, yeah. Okay. The jury. So they got every other like station of the game like on lock. So they don't know how to pick a fuck ass jury.
Do you know?
You get what I'm trying to ask you? Like they can't like pick their own jury to go their own way to plead what they want type shit.
No, because you get to pick 6 and they get to pick 6.
Okay.
That's how they make it fair. They let you pick 6, they pick 6. So they got a team, you got a team. And you trying to get your team to convince their team, nigga, that you innocent. And if you can convince anybody in your team that you innocent, then it's a mistrial.
Right.
People pay these are real trials I'm speaking on. I ain't talking about that little petty shit that niggas be having going on in anywhere. Not even just Chattanooga, just anywhere, the petty trials. I'm talking real trials, bro. Not public defender based trials. I'm talking real trials. Niggas paid $20,000, $30,000, my nigga, just to get a motherfucker expert to come in and pick the jury, man.
Yeah. They show you that in a couple of movies. I done seen that in a couple of movies.
Yeah. You can pick your jury. See, niggas, we don't do all that, bro.
Right.
We don't take the time out to be looking at these people that's gonna make that judgment on our life, bro. We don't look at none of that shit. We don't care. We don't even give a fuck. Just to be honest with you. We just think we gonna beat some shit. Nigga ain't paying attention to his case. Nigga ain't trying to fight his case. None of that. People are upset with Melly because he laughed through the whole trial, and they felt like that laugh showed he had no remorse for the murders of his friends. But then, in all actuality, my nigga, wasn't nobody in the car. Wasn't nobody in the car with him. So we don't really know what the fuck happened for real. We can just assume just like everybody else can.
Well,
you know.
Well, like okay, like. I heard, I was watching the case, not day by day, because I think the trial went like 15, 16 days type shit.
Yeah, it was a long trial. It was long.
But I was peeping in, you know, checking in, because I knew I wanted to hit on it. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. Okay, this was something that I thought was you know, suspect, and there's a lot of shit in this case that's real suspect and questionable, and like. Why did that happen type shit. But
right.
Okay. Melly got out the car. When they were supposedly like murdered, those two dudes, Melly got out the car. They dropped Melly off somewhere or something like that.
Right.
Alright, so initially, I'm thinking, well, if he got out the car and got dropped off somewhere, how can he do it?
Right.
All right, so that was sus right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless they trying to say he set up the hit, he orchestrated, he paid somebody to. You get what I'm saying? Unless somebody's saying that about him, I was like, you know, like, how could he really do it?
Right.
But okay. You know, kept watching. He changed clothes. When he dropped him off and they picked him back up, he was in a change of clothes or some shit like that. He changed clothes. When some nigga was asleep in the car, and then like when they picked him back up, that's all he could remember. That's what he testified. He testified from like, and I'm just bouncing around, just telling you shit within the case. Type shit.
I was paying attention to the shit. I was a little bit of. I seen the little nigga with the dreads.
Yeah, it was a dark skinned nigga with the dreads. Fredro Bang, he a rapper too. Him and Melly was cool. He pleaded the fifth and didn't testify on the grounds of if he did testify, he'll be incriminating himself.
Fredo Bang?
Yeah. So
yeah, all them little niggas got bodies on them, right?
So if his testimony would have incriminated himself, then that means some criminal shit was going down.
And he had something to do with it.
Alright, but okay, he pleaded the fifth and they ran with it. Like I guess that was within his rights type shit.
That's everybody's constitutional right. That's everybody's constitutional right not to say shit. It's your constitutional right not to say a motherfucking thing, man. I ain't gotta say shit. I plead the fifth. You know what I'm saying? And that just means that don't necessarily mean I'm incriminating myself, but I don't want to tell. And I plead the fifth. You can't compel me to speak now.
Right.
You can't compel me to answer your questions. Nigga, I plead the fifth. I'm not gonna sit here and say some stupid shit. I'm not gonna say no stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And Fredo could have shot the fucking car up. Ain't no telling. Them young niggas, they so fucking dumb nowadays. I ain't never seen so many famous motherfuckers with so many bodies on them.
All right, and like, this the last thing I want to say right here. It was brought up that the two dudes, cause it was four of them in the car, 4 friends or 4 people in the clique, the YFN clique.
Right.
And 2 of them had tried to extort Melly. Like, even though, nigga, you the first one to blow up, nigga, you owe us. It's us, like, nigga, so we need such and such.
And I can believe that.
You feel what I'm saying?
I can believe that, because Melly look like the type of nigga that a motherfucker would come to like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, nigga need some of that money, bro.
Yeah.
And he might have reacted. He might have got out of the car, let them wet the car up, and he got back in the bitch. Ain't no telling what happened, my nigga, at the end of the day. But what happens is, if you had the right lawyers and you had the right team, you can walk away, bro. You see what I'm saying? If you shut the fuck up. When you get to talking and you get to telling them folks shit and sitting in the interrogation room, once they put the cuffs on you, bro, you in jail. You ain't got nothing else to say. Nothing at all. Once they take you in that room and they say, hey, man, we got to question you about this, well, I ain't got nothing to say. You say you ain't got nothing to say, then you going to find out if they got evidence to lock you up or not. Because once you say you ain't got nothing to say, they either going to cuff you or they going to let you go.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then if they cuff you...
Or they going to give you a bogus-ass charge.
And a lot of them be bogus charges, bro.
Oh, you ain't going to say nothing? Well, you're under arrest for such and such. And it be bogus as hell.
Yeah. And they think that shit cool. The fucking nigga life up. I was talking to a police officer about that the other day. He was like, yeah, you got a warrant for a traffic ticket. You can lose, you get pulled over, you can lose your kids. And then I'm like, for a fucking traffic ticket? Yeah, because you're going to go to jail for this traffic. Why the fuck do I got to go to jail for a traffic ticket? That's the whole point. Like, why the fuck am I going to jail for a traffic ticket? You got these county jails right now, my nigga. They are some of the most dangerous jails. The county jails are the most dangerous right now. Not even the penitentiary. It's the counties.
Right.
And you gonna put me in a county jail for a traffic ticket? For real? You gonna put me around a bunch of niggas that's been here 4-5 years, y'all trying to take them to court. And they here rowdy as a motherfucker, stabbing niggas for mattresses and all type of shit. That's what you gonna put me for a traffic ticket. And then you gonna take my kids. For a traffic ticket? Well, you should have paid it. See, that's why y'all motherfucking heads fucked up. Y'all have no compassion, no sympathy, no nothing. Y'all just pay it. Nigga, what the fuck? That's a traffic ticket, nigga. That's something that I didn't even have in my budget, my nigga. I got other shit I got to pay. Nigga, ain't nobody... People barely paying rent around this motherfucker. You gonna lock me up for a fucking traffic ticket to make me worse off than what I was?
Right.
A traffic ticket?
All right, now, all right. So look, this shit happened like 2018.
Yeah.
You know, the Melly nigga been locked up, since then type shit. Like,
yeah. Why
you think this shit took so fucking long? Like, Nipsey shit with his killer took so long. A few more, just took a long while. You know what I'm saying? So like.
So when it comes to murder cases is not a quick case.
And why? And do the high profile got something to do with it? Like being him, him being a rapper and shit.
You can talk to some niggas right there trying to do it that's been in jail for 5 years. They still ain't been to court. They still ain't been to court. They still ain't been to trial. They sitting in the county 5 years on a murder case, still ain't been to trial. This motherfuckers in California, actually, Eric Holder trial came up quick. Because this niggas in California been waiting to go to trial, nigga, 3-4 years before him. So that's how that shit go. You catch a big case, they'll take you to court ASAP. Unless they unless they already got all the evidence. Say they got you on video, popping it, they can take your ass right to trial because they already got you.
Yeah.
All they show the jury that video and you dead.
So basically, they've been trying to like get evidence on the case.
Yeah.
And the shit took like 5 years.
Yeah, and when they finally took him to trial, they felt like they had the evidence to push the line.
But obviously they didn't though.
They did. That's just like with OJ. White folks hate OJ beat that trial. But they love the court system. Trust the court system. Court system is it. Every time they lock us up, put us in jail, the court system ain't gonna lie. That's what they say. And as soon as OJ beat the trial, they said the court system lied.
Right.
And that's the only time the court system ever lied, is when they let OJ go. But any other time the court system do what they're supposed to do, unless they do something to them.
Yeah, they believe in it. They believe in their system.
Right. When they do something to them, the court system dead ass wrong. They dead ass wrong. Why you doing this to us? You know what I'm saying? This is not for us. This is for niggas. Court system is for niggas. Prison is for niggas. It's not for us. It's against our constitutional right for us to go to prison. Niggas are supposed to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, well, like, okay. We got two cases going on right now. One of them old. Well, they both old. But we seen the situation with Gunna and Young Thug, right?
Yep.
Gunna out, Young Thug still in. We don't know, what's gonna happen thus far, but we know, he been told on by, pretty much the whole camp and yada yada plea deals. Okay, now we jump to the YFN Melly case. It's quite different.
That's a lot different.
It's a lot different. Like, nobody snitched. You know what I'm saying? From what I done seen so far, heard so far. Why you think that is? Is it because like less people? Because this was an actual murder. Like the Young Thug situation is like they don't got no evidence or nothing, or like
they have nothing on Thug. I don't even understand why he's still in jail. They don't have nothing on Thug. They don't have nothing on him besides a bunch of niggas that you told that you were gonna get 25 years to, saying that he did some shit.
Right.
And that's pretty much what you wanted. You wanted them niggas to say he did some shit because that's why you threatened them with the 25, 30 years. I'm only gonna give life. And they, oh yeah, he did. All they want is Young Thug. They don't want the other 28 niggas. They want Young Thug. You see what I'm saying? And they don't have no evidence on him. Why you think he ain't in trial? Why you think they keep postponing his trial?
Right.
And it's gonna get postponed again because now Fanny gonna say that she got too much going on with this Trump situation to be dealing with some rappers. You see what I'm saying? That bitch is out for accolades, my nigga. She not out for protecting the community, my nigga. She out for accolades. That's it. She wants accolades, locking people up. That's famous, my nigga. That's it.
Right. And another like discrepancy within the two cases, it seemed like all the T's was crossed, all the I's was dotted in the Young Thug case. Seemed like. But it seemed like this YFN Melly case, like, this shit was done by amateurs, bro. Like,
nah, see what was done with Thug. You gotta understand, it's two different states too, right?
Okay, well, what state is the YFN Melly case?
I don't even know. I know it ain't in Georgia.
I don't know that neither, but yeah.
See, Thug, he still state. That's why everybody don't realize about Young Thug too. They think that Rico is Rico all the way around. It's not. My nigga, Rico in a state is different than Rico in the feds. That's why they started state Rico, because they couldn't lock gangbangers up with a federal Rico. They couldn't lock gangbangers up with a federal Rico, my nigga. So the states.
And why is that? I said, why is that?
Because the RICO law was not built for us. The RICO law is not our law. It was a law that was built to cave in the mafia, the American mafia.
Right.
Because they was running businesses. They was taking over unions. They was doing all type of devious shit. So, and they couldn't get them because they didn't have a law that could take over businesses and force them to do this and do that, right? So the federal government came up with a RICO statute that pretty much said racketeering, corrupt organizations. That's what RICO is. Racketeering something. The I stand for something, and then it's corrupt organization. That's what RICO stands for.
Right.
Corrupt organizations. Nigga, gangs ain't organizations. The gangs don't come up with who they gonna kill, my nigga, because they sit around a round table, my nigga, and put hits on niggas. They don't do that shit. They just wildly do shit. Because if that was the case, these young niggas would be killing each other like 90 going north. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be killing each other if it was rules and regulations and this shit. It ain't no rules and regulations, my nigga. Don't nobody tell nobody what to do. They do what the fuck they want to do. Yeah. So the feds like, well, we can't charge them with RICO in the federal government because they ain't making no money off of what they doing. You have to be making money off of what you're doing in order for the feds to come get you. If you ain't making no money, the feds don't want you on a RICO because they ain't got nothing to confiscate. Well, they gonna confiscate a gun?
Yeah.
These niggas got guns. That's it. Niggas talk things, and all they got is a gun. Nigga ain't got nowhere to live. Nigga ain't got no goddamn nobody to give a fuck about them. Niggas don't have shit. All they got is a gun. So the feds don't want no fucking gun. They don't want no gun, bro. They want some shit that they can sell after they get your dumb ass. They want some shit that they can control after they get your dumb ass. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, gang banging don't produce that type of shit, my nigga. So the feds don't give a fuck about gang banging, my nigga. Y'all niggas just live here. Y'all ain't doing nothing here. Y'all ain't buying no stores. Y'all ain't filling them up with nothing. Y'all ain't trying to feed the community. Y'all ain't doing shit. Right. All y'all doing is killing niggas. That's it. And we enjoy y'all killing niggas. So we'll continue to let y'all kill niggas. And the federal government don't get involved in it.
Right.
You ain't never seen a federal...
I mean, you just said a whole lot. That might have went over some people's head.
It go over people's head because people don't want to pay attention to shit. People don't want to pay attention to shit. People just want to know what they want to know. And they don't really know shit. Especially if you ain't never dealt with the system. If you ain't never dealt with the system, you don't understand what the fuck going on. You definitely don't understand what the fuck is going on with the other shit if you don't have no understanding of what the fucking system is. Right. You know what I'm saying? And people don't have an understanding of what the system is. They don't have an understanding of court systems. They don't have an understanding of due process. They don't have an understanding of pretty much nothing. They just go on, oh, he got locked up, so he's supposed to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And no, that ain't the way that shit go. And he could have did it. He couldn't have did it. We don't really know. Everybody's just speculating. Even the motherfuckers who put him in jail speculate that he did it. They speculate. They wasn't there. They had to investigate and look at angles of how bullets hit the car in order to try and say that he was the one who did it. Right.
And look, check this out. Try to put yourself in this same scenario in which they say this happened. You got 4 people in a car. Driver, right. Passenger, somebody sitting behind the driver, somebody sitting behind the passenger.
Right.
All right. So Melly is sitting behind the driver.
Right. Which is a possibility if a nigga just hitting the front door. If a nigga just hitting the front door, that's a possibility. That only the front people died.
And keep in mind, they dropped Melly off before this happened. So now you got 3 people in the car.
That's just like...
When it supposedly happened.
So the YFN Melly case, they might not bring that back up. Because they might don't have the money to spend on it again. Because it's going to cost... Every time you have another trial, it costs. You know what I'm saying? And if the head DA, he might pretty much say, And if y'all couldn't push it with what y'all had at that moment in time, then it ain't really no reason to try to push it again. Because that was it. We gave them all we could give them. You know what I'm saying?
And that shit was weak as fuck, really.
Yeah, we fucked up. Now we end up with some more evidence later on down the line. We can come back and we can charge his ass again. But the odds of them getting evidence down the line is slim to none. Besides a nigga who seen it and he get caught 3 years from now, and he like, oh, I'm gonna tell you what YFN, I can tell you the whole deal.
Yeah.
That'll be the only way that they'll probably come back at him. They embarrassed as a motherfucker as it is.
Man, that case was like so weak.
Yeah, they embarrassed as it is. You really just embarrassed the state and wasted a whole lot of money. In the process of embarrassing the state, you wasted a whole lot of money. Because when you have somebody in jail of significance, of stature, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that nigga was just the hottest, like he was fucking T.I. or something, but he still
he had a verse from Kanye. He had a song with Kanye. That shit blew.
He had stature. It costs 2 times more to house somebody with stature than it costs to house a regular person. It costs 2 times more to house that boy in jail than it would cost for me to be in there. Because he has to be protected in jail. You have to protect him in jail. Because he has money, so people gonna be in that motherfucker trying to tie him up, put him on the beds and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it costs 2 times more to house a nigga in jail that got any kind of stature on, like.
So okay, like when we both agreed that okay, those 2 dudes might have tried to extort him, right?
Yeah, they might did.
So that and that would led to YFN Melly setting them up to get hit.
Yeah, see, and it is a possibility he set them up to get hit. He didn't do it at all. He could have, let me go ahead and change clothes real quick, and then niggas came up and knocked wop and pulled off. And then he ran out and did the panic shit, not panicking for real, but panicking like he was, and then jumped in the car and drove him to the hospital. So he thought that made him look like he had nothing to do with it. You see what I'm saying?
But see, this is another element that I thought was fishy as fuck. They got shot and killed, right?
Right.
Alright, the driver went and picked up Melly. Right. And then when Melly saw what happened and, woo or whatever, they tried to make it look like a drive-by. So they shot, or somebody else shot, in the car after that again.
It's a complicated situation, man. It's really more or less a scientific case than actual.
So they had like the forensics and shit, and your experts, quote unquote. Yeah. They say, this was like 2 different shootings.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci fucked it up for experts. Dr. Fauci fucked it up. COVID fucked experts up. So court's gonna have to figure out another way to put a nigga in jail besides a nigga saying that they know because they learned, and we know that this is the way this happened because we learned that if this would happen, then that would happen. Like they gonna have to figure out another way to convict the nigga besides using experts because COVID killed experts. Nobody believes an expert now.